Hey guys, how is everybody doing? Sorry I'm a little tardy for the party, but it don't look like that many people here. So I don't think I did too bad. How y'all doing? Glad y'all here. Okay. I'm glad I made it. My children still needed me to do some stuff. Like I set my live, y'all. I thought I was all set, and they let me know, not quite yet, old lady, not quite yet. But I am here, y'all. Please hit the like button for me. I sure appreciate it if you don't mind. Okay? If you don't mind, I sure appreciate it. So listen. First of all, hit the like button. Okay? If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I felt like they probably wasn't gonna send out notifications. So it's crazy because I plan to be a couple minutes late, but I ain't planning to be that late, y'all. So forgive me. But anyway, we're gonna get into what's going on. So y'all saw what's going on the thumbnail. We are definitely gonna discuss P Valley, but before we discuss P Valley, we definitely gonna be discussing what's going on in the news real quick with these celebrities. Meaning, we gotta discuss Mystikal, Mr. Michael Tyler himself, the man who warned us of who he was, and yet and still we messed around and didn't pay attention. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna definitely talk about the fact that Mase is clearing his name. Now you know we talked about it on the porch not long ago. The fact that the young man 5-year-old foreign made the statement that Mase gave him a $5,000 bonus and he didn't know how long it was gonna last, and he didn't really like drive it home, but he more or less implied that he had a bad contract too, to kind of almost make it look like the same thing that Mase accused Puffy of, that he turned around and did it to somebody else. Well, Mase is clearing his name, and we're going to talk about it. We could talk about the accusation. We could talk about the person clearing their name. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to get into P Valley, because this last episode of P Valley worked my nerves, and in a very good way, not in a bad way, but it definitely worked my nerves in a good way. In a very good way. So we're going to talk about that too. Let me greet everybody and let's get into this good conversation, because I missed y'all. How was everybody's day? What's going on? What's good? Dana Cutler, how you doing, girl? Good to see you. Miss Kaiser Sose, what's happening, lady? Auntie Eva is here. The beautiful Bianca Edwards, how are you? All right, my sister Alita is here, and she was checking on me too, and I appreciate you. Cheryl Thomas Hughes, what's happening, lady? Good to see you. Hey, Nacho Twins mama. How you doing, Rochelle? Hey, D. D, did you get a package from me in the mail? Because I ain't hear back from you. I sent you a package. Let me know if you got it, okay? All right. Jackie Gaines is in the house. How you doing, sis? It's good to see you, and I love you bunches. All right, Catherine Bennett is here. She say, hey, y'all. Hey, girl. We got U.S. Army Brad here, and I know you had texted me, too. I just had my hands full. Dana Cutler, how are you? Good to see you here in the chat. All right. We got Miss Morgan's Musings up in here. How are you? Okay, we making it. We doing it. Who else we got? Lala Chanel is here. Hey, Lala. How are you? We got Kim Bird. How you doing? Love you bunches. All right. Vanessa Comagate is here. Hey, sis. Okay, all right. So we got our sisters in here. We got our crew. Learning to love myself is here. Absolutely glad to see you. Ooh. All right. Child, this computer acting funny with me. It wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do. I'm trying to tap on my sister's name. It was tapping on a different name. Cheryl, you made it. All right, girl. How you? Okay, we got Queen of Hearts KS in the building. How you doing? Hey, Sweet Sensations. What's up? Hey, DS. How are you? Child, and then right after DS, we got DT. Uh-oh, DS is here. DT is here. Hey, love. That's right. Hit that button as you come in. How you doing, Mickey G's World? What's going on, sis? Good to see you. Angel Baby, how are you? All right, G Darling, you made it. Hey, G Darling. Okay, Candace Lane, how are you? Patricia Robinson, hey, girl. All right. Lord Diamond Girl in the house. Hey, Chocolate Sunshine. All right. Now I feel like we into something. We here. So listen, y'all. Hold on. Child, if y'all hear any talking in the back, it's just my children. They all happy and loud and stuff. Candy R, how are you? But meanwhile, let's talk about this show. Let's talk. Well, no, before I get into the show. Oh, you hit me on Instagram on Saturday. You know what? Sometimes y'all, I don't be getting them Instagram notifications. I don't know what I did wrong. I guess I'm gonna have Eva look at it to tell me what I did wrong, because sometimes I get the notifications when y'all inbox me and sometimes I don't. But I'm assuming it's probably something that I'm doing wrong. You know, if anybody wrong, it's probably me. Y'all know me and technology, we ain't friends like that. So sometimes I get it messed up, and I think that's what happened. I think I messed up something. So I ain't doing no tripping, but I get it together. But I'm glad you sent me a message and let me know. So that lets me know everybody is good. And so we can get into what's happening. So Michael Tyler, Mr. Mystikal, Mr. Cal, whatever you want to call him, he is in the news. And he's in the news because this man is a whole predator. Now, y'all know I'm often quoting my daddy. And daddy always warned me. And he always said something. He said, if one person says something about you, maybe they lying. If two people say something about you, maybe they friends. Or maybe the second one just repeating the lie the first one told. But by the time it's 3, 4, 5, and 6 people, let me tell you something. Everybody's not lying on you. Everybody ain't lying on you. Now, one person maybe. 2, it's a push. But in reality, by the time we start getting into this many people, everybody is not lying on you. Everybody ain't lying on you. Hey, Lily. Oh, my sissy is here. Yay. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That right there. That's what I can't handle. That's what I can't handle. You're not going to tell me all these people is lying on you. Everybody's not lying on you, Mystikal. They're not. Michael Tyler. All this mystical my foot. Michael Tyler. Everybody ain't lying on you. So now y'all know, most of y'all know the story from before. So the first issue came up. Hold on, because I want to make sure I'm getting it straight. Now the first issue that came up was that was the one he went to prison on. They put him in prison over it. They said that he did an adult assault, because it's so crazy. YouTube got us so censored we can't even talk about what's really going on. Yeah, Angel, baby, it's more than some truth, because now this is the third girl in 10 years. This is the third person that has come forward and charges have been filed. 3 times in 10 years. So the question is, and we know that most women do not even report being assaulted. So if it's 3 times in 10 years, sir, how many times did you do what you've done? Dana said, I don't know why, but I thought he was sexy. So disappointed in him. Girl, a lot of us thought he was attractive. The problem is he didn't want the women who thought he was attractive, or maybe if they thought he was attractive, that was okay. But they didn't he don't want the ones that want to agree to have relations with him. He want to go with the women who don't want him. There go my sister Marilyn. Okay. Now we into something. But that's the thing that I don't like. That's the thing I don't like. So this is what it is. So this was on Sunday. This was yesterday. They booked him in on his third count. This the third time you done been, charged with this. Okay? Third time getting charged with this. They say according to arrest records, he was booked over in Ascension Parish Jail on several offenses, including first-degree RAPE and false imprisonment. Okay, now this was 2004. He assaulted his hairstylist, the girl that was doing his hair. He assaulted her and did 6 years in prison. Now on that first one, he could say it didn't happen, and maybe we could all say, well, maybe it didn't, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Your word against hers. We don't know. Them people convicted you. You did 6 years. It looks like they had enough evidence for something, honey. You did 6. You remember that one? You remember that, right? Okay. So you would think that would be enough, but no, it wasn't. So he did them 6 years. Then in 2017, he got arrested again and ended up turning himself into the police after he found out he had a warrant. And this was a girl that he assaulted at the casino over there in Shreveport. Now, after the 27 accusations, they got dismissed. They got dismissed. They paid a $3 million bond, got him out of jail. Next thing you know, as of Monday, as of today, they ain't give him no bond. He can't bond out this time. He got charged with first degree RAPE, simple robbery, domestic abuse battery, false imprisonment, and criminal property damage, among other things. So now, hey, Antoinette, so now it's not even just that you did what you did. You know, that act is heinous enough. Hey, Antoinette, how you doing? That act is heinous enough. And now you adding all these violent charges to it. Like, I mean, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Lily said, I thought he was dark skinned. Yeah, he wasn't dark. He wasn't never dark. But yeah, I used to think he was cute. He's not dark enough for me with sick. Right. But yeah, a lot of us used to think he's a nice looking man because on the surface, he looks like a nice looking man. And that's why I try to tell people, you cannot look at a person and determine if they're crazy or if you're in danger or not. Ladies need to be careful. You need to have your self-defense items on you at all times. If a man asks you out, don't go getting in his car, drive and meet him where y'all having dinner or whatever at. Meet him at a public place. Ain't no Netflix and chill. Because once you by yourself, I don't care how nice that man look, you don't know if he's a predator or not. You just don't. Lala say, why do these weirdos think purse snatching is cool? Well, that's true. Dana said, I watched Unsung about him and his sister being murdered, a waste of life. Yeah, but this ain't got nothing to do with Michelle dying. This about him. Right, among other things. What else the hell did you do? Yeah, but that ain't all he said. Sweet Sensation say, Lord have mercy. Yeah, this too much. Sickening. Oh, yeah, it's real sickening. But now let me really drive the point home. Now, Vanessa, you made a good point. He said, shake your butt, watch yourself. But that ain't all he said, right? That ain't all he said. Let's talk about what else he said, right? See, he warned us. And it wasn't in no shake your butt, watch yourself. No. That wasn't the one where he really warned you. That wasn't the one where he warns you. He got a song that's called Coochie Crook, but he used the P word, Pussy, crook. Y'all remember that? Some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. I know some of y'all been saved all y'all lives, born in a baptismal pool. And your mama probably diapered you in prayer cloths. But for the rest of us that was in the streets, some of us remember that song. It ain't had nothing to do with no danger and no shake your butt. Quiet Storm say, remember, they all thought Ted Bundy was handsome. I don't know who thought that. Y'all know I don't look at clear men and feel that way. All I be smelling is old bologna wrappers and hot dog water. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm saying never tell you where and never tell where you live for months if possible. I don't take company. Right. They don't need to come to your house. If they can't afford to take you out, then that's that on that. You remember the Coochie Crook? Yes. Yes, the Coochie Crook, the Pussy crook. Say I wasn't him like that, but he was too vulgar for me. Well, apparently, Vanessa, if I can't say that. I'm from Florida, okay? I'm from the land of booty music, bass music. Okay, Uncle Luke them is from my neck of the woods. So it wasn't nothing too vulgar for me. I done sung it all, I done danced to it all, I done clapped my butt to it all, I done screw up my brown, I done screw up the ground to it all. So I can't pretend it was too vulgar because it wasn't. And I was dancing to it and wasn't paying attention. But this man had the song called a Pussy crook. And I'd be darned if he ain't the Coochie Crook. He said so. Okay. This is what the man said in his lyrics. Now, this is what they doing in the courthouse. They convicting them on their lyrics, right? So let's talk about what the man said in the Coochie Crook. Now, y'all can pull it up on Google and get the lyrics and read along if you like. We can all read it in unison. He said, calling all cars. Be on the lookout for Pussy vandalism. Hey, Keisha, over. A Pussy bandit. Suspect is known in many states for dicking your woman over. He dangerous. Be on the lookout. I knock the blank off the hook. I take the face off the rapper, effing with the punch master. The tight line sharpshooter, the handsome assassin. Cuss words expert. You don't know nothing about this. Come on, mama. Get you something braided up pimping. I make a shy crying bee start stripping. You hear what he's saying? He was telling you who he was. Vandalism. He looked at it as running up on a woman as vandalism. This man say he'll make a shy crying heifer start stripping. He telling you what he was going to do. And guess what? I'm guilty too, because I was out there dancing to it. We was at the Oak Tree Palace out in the bushes in Marion County, Florida. Yes, we was doing terrible things. No. Come here. Y'all, 1 second. I'm on Mama Patrol. 1 second. I'm back at y'all. 1 second, 1 second. One time. So, but yeah, the man told us, child, and we weren't paying attention. We wasn't. Right. Loose lips do sink ships. Okay. Infrared. Like that.
Wait, Sonic, and then you hit okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Why did I go past it?
You on?
No. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Like that. Infrared up, turn it red.
All right, on.
And then Sonic on.
Don't on it.
Okay.
Don't try.
Now go down to Sonic and turn it up. Y'all, this girl looking like my mama in here. Vanessa say, dang, okay, he sure was telling on himself, but women weren't paying attention at all. I know I wasn't paying attention. I didn't pay no mind. You got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what you do. See, I just saw him at the No Limit concert too, shaking my head. Oh, yeah. And that's the only place you ever need to see him is at a concert. You better not be with him by yourself. And the man done told us he the coochie crook. Jackie say, oh, what a web we weave when we practice to deceive. Now look at him. He didn't deceive us, though. That man didn't deceive us. He told us. He advertised. He told you he was going to vandalize your stuff. He said if you shine crying, he was going to make you strip. What else he need to tell you? Now, we can call him an assault artist, but we can't call him no liar. He said it. Child. Yeah, this man right here. He told us. He told us now. Vanessa said, I'm not trying to be church lady, but the devil is always in the details. It's the facts. Dana said, well, I have to say shotgun him before he runs. I don't know what they need to do with him. I feel like just leave him in jail and leave him there forever. And I feel like dudes like that, don't even leave him by himself in the infirmary with the nurses. I don't trust him around nobody. Candace say, when people tell us who they are, we need to believe them. We sure do. Yes, we do. Because we was in there dancing and juking, and we didn't realize we was dancing to somebody that was really telling us that he would harm us. He would assault us. We wasn't safe. Don't trust it. Just don't worry about it, because this man finna hurt you. But the truth of the matter is we can't say nothing because the man told us. I wish all he said was show me what you're working with. That ain't what he said. He told us he was going to vandalize you, and if you shine crying, he was going to make you strip. That's what he said. So Sweet Sensation say, this last one was the mother of his kids. Wait a minute. Oh, this Negro is sick. Wait a minute. Wait just a doggone minute. Not the baby mama. DeAndre say, when a person yeah, I got all that. Yeah, we was up in there dancing to the P Crook. Sure was. You talking about dancing with a question mark. I mean, maybe you was in church forever. I wasn't. Mama raised me right there in New Zion as soon as I got grown. And matter of fact, before I got good and grown, I was shaking my butt to all manner of stuff. From it's some holes in this house to scrub the ground, hydraulic, slob on the knob. Oh, we was doing it all. So listen, and y'all know I am the church lady now, but I ain't finna sit up here in front and tell now lie like Seanitra wasn't scrubbing the ground and doing the left cheek, right cheek, because yes, she was. What you can't never do, not with this girl, I'm gonna always keep it funky. That's why when he said when this came out, I was like, wait, that man told us he was the coochie crook. Wait a minute. So now he about to be vandalized. Right. They about to vandalize him. Yeah, girl. Keisha said, I just got here. I'm just saying, Keisha, I keep it real. I don't hide. Hide from what? Hide from what? I did it with the best of them when it was my time. And at the end of the day, thank God for Jesus. I'm straight now. But I wasn't always, okay? I wasn't. Leader, you say you was too. I know I was, girl. One thing Nitra ain't finna do is sit up here and fake on it. Now, we gonna go and keep it all the way real. Yeah, Pastor Woodbine. Now I can't do it like Pastor Woodbine. Pastor Woodbine say she holds so y'all could fly. Now Nitra ain't do no hoeing. Now I might have shook something, but I wasn't hoeing nothing. Vanessa said a lot of the pervs are in the music biz because they can get away with a lot. Child, it's a whole lot of them in our community can't sing a note, but they got aunties and big mamas and stuff covering up for them. D, you was too. Okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. You know, sometimes it get a little lonely out here on the truth. Right. That's right, Lily. That's exactly what we was doing. We was out there dancing to it. Sure was. Every dirty song came on. Yeah, old 27-piece Patrice. We gonna talk about 27-piece Patrice too. Yes, we are. Sweet Sensation say, child, I'm from NOLA, home about. So you know I was out there pee-popping as we call it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. That's why I tell people, leave these children alone. Because when it was our time, we did it. We did it. Our mamas was pissed off, but we sure did it. So leave these kids alone. If they just shaking their butt, ain't nothing gonna happen. He just said, I'm in the church now. I'm gonna keep my business to myself before church. I ain't mad at you. Well, I'm in the church now, and I keep it all the way funky. Because I don't want nobody that's out there that's living that kind of life to feel like, oh, well, I can't come in because I've done this and I've done that. Baby, you can come in. God will take you just like you are. Gaby say Seanitra letting us know she has lived. Girl, I did. I did. Girl, I used to love juking. Now my knee bad. Maybe the knee bad because I kept scrubbing the ground. You never know. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Sin City from NOLA. I'm just saying. You know, some people don't want to be honest, but you know, Nitra don't have no problems with that. I ain't shame. It is what it is. Tasha said, yes, honey. I know I was popping all the gutter songs. Sure was. What? Child DS said he finna be Lucifer's concubine. I know that's right. You better say it. The best dance music. And didn't even know these people was telling us they was pure predators. You trying to stop. Dana, you still out there cutting the rug, girl? You juking? Thank you, Sin City. That's where them testimonies come from. They sure didn't come from them girls that didn't ever step foot outside the Sunday school classroom. Some of us left. Right. Yeah, warn them while they out there or whatever. Talk to them. Love on them. I ain't worried. Ain't nothing wrong with it, girl. Be a good girl. I'm a good girl now. We're going to add now to the end of mine. There's a nice little, provision at the end of mine. We're going to add that now. Okay? Now, this the thing. What I was trying to understand. Because from what I read, y'all, it sounded like the Negro Smooth lost his mind. It don't look like he just attacked the girl. It looked like he just, I don't want to say too much. You can't say the words. Hey, what's up, Republican? But he did way too much. Way too much to this young lady. I'm like, how in the world? And now y'all telling me it's the baby mama. This is too much. So this what they say now. This what they say. They said that he had took the girl keys. He wouldn't let her go nowhere. He held her in the house. They say he beat her up. They say he snatched braids out of her head. Say he did a lot. Yeah, it's just terrible. Yeah, he looked strange, but they say seeing disfigures. Ain't no telling what all happened. We don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did all that to that girl. He did all that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's a whole monster. They need to lock that. They need to lock that Negro up and don't never turn him loose no more. Don't never turn him loose no more. He must. You say he must have many demons. I think he is one. I think he is one. I think so. If you could do that to a woman, especially if y'all saying that's the baby mama, if that's what y'all telling me really is what went on, he is an animal. He is a demon. I don't know if he got demons, but I really believe he is one. Yeah, it's crazy when you really sit there and look at what they say he did to this girl, and I don't know what. I guess and nothing. I guess set him off. This is just who this man is. This is just who this man is. Child, this too much. And that first case, he pleaded guilty. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I can say one thing: if they let this man go again, what that says to me is they really do not care about sisters at all. I mean, I don't know nothing about no connections with no government. What government connections would this dirt dauber have? Somebody probably paid her to be quiet or just say it didn't happen or just back off. But he ain't got no. I won't say he don't have, but I'm gonna say I can't see how he would. Sounds like he shouldn't walk out of that house. Not ever. Not ever. Walking demon. Thank you. Quiet Storm say that man ain't been right since his sister was in an abusive relationship and got unalived. That's what people say, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe he was upset about his sister passing. Absolutely. No problem with that. I think so. But this is the problem. Whether you upset about a death or not, what does that have to do with you victimizing women? Especially if somebody victimized and then unalived your sister. How would that turn you into somebody who goes around like, that just don't track. This man is a menace. And the fact that he got caught in 2002, that says to me, you've done it before and you got away. This is a pattern of evidence. They're not just evidence. This is a pattern of behavior. Yeah, he's registered. So now he locked up where he need to be. But now they saying no bond. So I hope it holds. Hey, Vet. I hope it holds. I really hope that it holds. I hope that he never gets out again. He is a horrible person. He is an offender, and he needs to stay precisely where he is. And that's that on that. I stand on that. I stand on that. Okay. So now, anyway, y'all, let's talk about Mase, because Mase cleared his name. 5-year foreign when he did that interview, and he told half a story. And y'all know what I'm always saying. If you tell half a truth, you telling the whole lie. I feel like something was not right. Vanessa say, his behavior seemed practiced for a long time. Yeah, he not new. This ain't something that got triggered by Michelle's death. No. Angel Baby say 3 times that tell you something. For real. Leave him in there. I don't know why people keep believing that you could just let wild animals out the cage. Like if you put a grown man on a timeout, then magically when he come out of timeout, he gonna change his mind. Because that's really all prison is. It's a timeout. You in there, you got grown behind people that's you grounded them. They're grounded. Grown people being babysat by correction officers. You putting them on a timeout for a year, 5 years, 6 years is not gonna change their character. I don't know about whether he's softer than whatever, because it's a whole lot of brutal men that go around attacking people, and it ain't got nothing to do with them being soft. If somebody is a predator, they're a predator not because they're effeminate, not because they're soft, it's because they like hurting people. Period. Child, apparently Mase ain't do what the boy said. So y'all know I like to let y'all hear stuff in people's own voices, so that way it won't be no question. Right. It seemed like to me, the way I'm taking it, the little 5-year-old foreign boy. I hate these new names these children come up with. These are some of the stupidest names. I've ever heard in my entire life. 5-year-old foreign. Have mercy. But anyway, you just never know with these slow children now. They so slow. But anyway, when he did his interview, he presented that information one way. And the way he presented the information, um, he made it sound like he had a BS deal and oh, that's what they do to you when you first come in the industry. But it wasn't exactly the truth. It wasn't exactly the truth. So I'm gonna let y'all hear in his own words what he said, and then I'm gonna let y'all hear Mace's response to that. Okay. Lily say every time some of my stepbrothers got out, they kept repeating it. Yes, they're not gonna stop. No, ain't no rehab in the prison complex. They just need slave labor. They don't care if you're a predator, and they'll turn you loose so you can reoffend and come back and be a slave some more. Jamie say convicted in 03, 2017. He didn't get convicted in 2017. The case got dismissed. But he do need to stay locked up. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. So listen, I'm gonna go ahead and play this and let y'all hear what the boy said because I don't want to tell nothing wrong on nobody.
He was like, yo, man, just sign it. Did you bugging? Like, yeah, read it. He like, he just signed it. It's good. So I just signed it.
It advance anything? It was just like,
yeah, the advance was $5,000.
$5,000? Oh. He signed you for $5,000. That's all it gave you?
That's all it gave me. 5,000 was a lot. 5,000 hit when I, you know what I'm saying? That hit.
That's the same thing Nori said, 5,000. Yeah, Nori signed for 5,000.
Yep. Yeah, he signed for 5,000. That's it. And I thought that was gonna last till whenever that was gonna last. Till that thing last
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Well,
and listen, but how long was the contract? You still had your rights?
I'm still in the contract right now. I'm saying.
Thought you.
Nah, Mase know the business. You know what I'm saying, he really know the business a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying, so I didn't know nothing. I just was signing. He was like, yo, the nigga who brought me to him. He was like, yo, man, just sign it. Did you bugging? Like, yeah.
Now see, y'all heard how he said it, right? Y'all heard how he said it, right, Lily? That's the way he presented it, like it was some Diddy stuff. Oh, just sign it. Gave him $5,000. Yeah, Nori said the same thing. I thought the money was gonna last. Mase really know the business, and I ain't know nothing. So y'all see how he presented that, right? Y'all see how he presented it, because I wanted y'all to hear that out of his own mouth before I let y'all hear what Mase had to say. Because everybody got a right to a rebuttal. Hold on. This is what Mase say.
Very reckless. Oh, did you give me 5,000 though?
No, I gave him 750,000.
You never gave me 5,000.
At one time, I gave him 5,000, but I gave him 750,000.
Well, why you give me 5,000?
Because I set him up to do a deal to where I could control the deal, make the deal what it should be. Because I knew if he had the leverage, he would go in there and sell both of us out. So he wasn't able to do that because of the way I structured the deal. But then when we went in the building, I took 800. He took 700,000. Now the reason why it went down to 700,000 is because when I gave him 750 and I took 750, he owed me 50,000. So
why he owe you 50,000?
For all the money that I was spending until he got the deal.
Oh, okay.
Because what he came up here and said was very reckless.
Oh, did you give me 5,000 though?
No, I gave.
Okay, so now you heard his side of it. Now this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. Republican, this don't even apply to that. This boy didn't sign his life away. What he did was get up there and misrepresent the truth. Right, Cheryl. Now it makes sense. This is the stuff I don't like. And it's so funny. Me and Gabor was just talking about this. I get so sick, tired, and irritated of full-grown men acting like infants, infantilizing themselves. I didn't know anything. I was so innocent. I was a baby, pure as the driven snow. When the fact remains, you ain't innocent now. You sitting up here lying on this dude. You act like he gave you $5,000, put you in a sucker contract, and now you're not making no money. So now Mase come out, tell us what really happened. And here's the kicker, y'all. You ain't got to believe me. Going on over to the Shade Room because they got copies. Mase posted in his social media. He literally posted the actual pages of the contract. He posted the actual pages of the contract. So the fact that now we looking at the actual contract, this man telling you exactly what went down. You see how quick that turned into, oh, the industry dirty. So anybody can come back and tell a lie and start attacking people, blaming it on, well, they stole from me. They did something bad to me. Right, good boy, we were just talking about this. And now this boy done went and lied on Mase. And I'm sitting there, I was looking at Mase sideways like, you know, Diddy did you dirty. Why would you go do somebody else like that? Then come to find out this little Negro lying the whole time. Whole time you lying. He gave me $5,000. I'm still in the contract. You know, Mase know the business and I don't really know nothing. Y'all heard him for yourself. You heard what he said. He'll never be able to go back and say you didn't say that. Because we all got recordings on our phones of exactly what you said. You didn't tell us that the man gave you 5 racks to get in a contract with him, and he went in there to them clear people and got the money. So he got you $750,000, and when he was done, he didn't say, "Oh, you owe me all that money, but 50 or 60,000." He said, "Hey, I spent 50,000. Give me my 50,000 back." You walked off with $700,000 thanks to this Negro who, as you said out your own mouth, he know the business and you don't. But you on this radio show, podcast, whatever, misrepresenting the facts, telling lies, like he gave you 5 racks and played you. You lying Negro, you. He walked in there and got you $750,000, and you went and told a lie. See, this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Just because somebody present a narrative, oh, the music business crooked, there are crooked people there, but just because that's been the case in some situations, everybody that come with a story, don't just jump on it and believe them. This boy done lied because the contract posted and I can read. I can read. Lily say, dude is dumb and done. He has stole from the communion plate. Mase didn't lie. Sure didn't. Hey, Shanika, see? Just lied. Vanessa say, people don't know how to treat the good ones. Right. Somebody actually shot you a fair one and you lied on them? I wish, you know what I wish for him? I wish he did run into Diddy. I wish he ran into Diddy because Diddy would have did to him what he lied on Mase and claimed Mase did. Sweet Sensation says it was hard to believe he would be that desperate to accept 5,000 in this day and time. Exactly. The fact he talking about just like Nori. Nori was way long time ago. And Nori really ain't had that much talent to begin with, if you ask me. And I said to him, hell, I might have to dig a ditch to get that low, but I tell him he ain't even had that kind of talent. M. Jones say Mase got his Diddy stinking rodent, all his masters too. Ain't no good will come to him. Shameless he go. Who, Diddy? Yeah, Diddy did get all his masters. Y'all know I be trying to translate y'all stuff sometime. He should sue him for defamation. Because like he said, that crap he said was reckless. And not just reckless, it was malicious. Like, you gonna try to paint somebody else up dirty? For what? To make yourself sound cool? To make it sound like, oh, they did me dirty, but I'm coming up. Like, no, Negro, you came up off the rip. Lala said, this day and age, there are way too many resources to make sure you don't get taken advantage of. But the man ain't even trying to take advantage of it. This Negro just lied on him. You just lied. There was no reason to lie on that boy. What you do that for? Ungrateful and evil. Ungrateful and evil. The boy said, I don't even like people talking about their contracts unless it's with a lawyer. Thank you very much. If it was like that, why you ain't get them people? Meg went and got them people, and Carl Crawford been over there with sand in his coochie ever since. Vanessa said, I'm glad Mase cleared his name. The truth will always come to light. And I love the fact that he posted the contract page by page. I'm so glad he posted that contract because, you know, if he'd have just told his side, it still would have been people. See, some people take joy in spreading lies on people. Even if he'd have told his truth without posting that contract, and it's probably still gonna be some dodo birds with the bull crap. They still would have been like, I don't believe him. I believe he did him like that anyway. I believe he did it. You know, the music industry always so dirty. People always with the bull crap. I'm so happy he posted the contract. He made me happy with that. Cheryl said, I wouldn't want to do business with him. Goes to show you how dumb he is when it comes to understanding contracts. That's the reason for attorneys. But it wasn't nothing wrong with his contract. I wish somebody would give me one for $750,000. I'll sing like a canary. It'll be Lady Sings the Blues part 2.5. Oh, you all right, baby. I can translate. I be getting it. I be getting it. Anytime I can't translate M. Jones, I'll tell you, retype it. Yeah, looking for attention, but you looking for attention at somebody else's expense. That was evil. Vanessa said, you got to have receipts for these Negroes. You better, because they'll show lie on you. Hey, Ronnie F. Say, actually, they need contract lawyers to review the contracts. Right. But if you ain't got no lawyer, right, and the person actually don't do you wrong, what reason do we have to lie on these people? Why are we lying on folks? M. Jones said, I mean, Mase got his master's with that contract too. Got him his master's. Oh, Mase even got him his master's with the contract is what you're saying. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, Mase really looked out for this boy, and he turned around and lied on him. Like, it's just, you know, that's the kind of stuff that make you not want to help people. But you can't be like that, because if everybody shut their heart off and say, okay, this because of this lying Negro, I'm not going to help no more black people, then what happens to the rest of the black folks? Like, we still got to look out for each other. But people like him, we need to shame them. We need to shame them, embarrass them, call them out, point them out. Like, don't let them slide, because what he did was evil. It was dirty. Quiet Storm said, at this point, I don't feel bad for anybody in a bad contract. Prince told him years ago, and too many other artists that were successful independently. Well, he wasn't able to, and somebody looked out for him, and look what he did to him. Lala said he just wanted to have a Cadillac record story to tell. Right. He was trying to set up a whole backstory. I don't know why these Negroes need to make up a fake backstory instead of just telling the truth. That ticked me off, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all know me. If I report on what you said and the truth come out, I'm coming right back to the same porch to call you out on that lie you told. Because he claimed that. And this is what really happened. Lily say, and most do not get their masters. He's dumb. Right. Dude literally looked out for you. He basically, in my opinion, Lily, I feel like Mase did for that boy what he wished somebody had did for him. That's what I think. And look what he got for his trouble. Cheryl say, that's unfortunate. Got to make sure you have your paperwork in order. Well, this is the problem. Like I said, nothing changes about what I said. Mase did nothing to this boy but look out for him. He didn't even know how to get his paperwork in order. And that man got his paperwork in order for him. Didn't cheat him. Everybody got paid. Everybody ate. Everybody ate. And he still got lied on. And it's like, I low-key feel bad about that, because when you think about it, how likely is Mase going to be to maybe help the next person that he could really be a benefit to? Because as this young idiot said, he knows the business, and I don't really know nothing. And a lot of these young men that may have a little bit of talent, a teaspoonful, maybe, possibly, and that's stretching it, because most of them got none, and you run into somebody that can help you. What happens next time if Mase say, nah, I ain't really finna look out for you like that. I'm gonna do you like everybody else do you, because when I treat y'all right, I get lied on. That'll be real messed up. Yeah, not just tried, did protect him, did look out for him, did get him paid, and then he still got lied on. A whole $5,000 lie. Yep, he gonna have his reservations next time. So, shout out to 5-year foreign, making sure that when somebody open a door for you, that you burn it to the ground so can't nobody else get through it. Shout out to you. Shout out for you. Shout out to you for being a real hoe. Vanessa said, I think Mase had a good heart. He will always have his receipts to back up. Yeah, Vanessa, but he might no longer have the heart to look out for people like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to be lied on. Lala said he probably had 5,000 out the 750 left after spending it and making poor decisions. He seems like a dummy. He looked like one too. But I ain't gonna drag it on. I just had to touch on that before we talk about P Valley, because first of all, I hope y'all watch this episode. This stuff just had to get out the way, because Mystikal, I don't want to hear another note of nothing he ever rapped on. And I used to enjoy what he did. Now I would enjoy never hearing his voice again. And as far as Mase go, we had to report on that because that dude lied on a good dude that really tried to do the right thing. So we had to clear that up. And now that we got that out the way, let's get on over here to the valley. Can we get down in the valley? Child, the valley got deep. The valley got deep this week. Okay? The valley got deep this week. I was not prepared. And before I watched it, let me tell you something. Good boy had to make me watch it because I was like, oh God, I can't take no more. I can't take no more emotional stuff. Because y'all know the 2 episodes before this really had me emotional. Good boy say I wouldn't, because even with the receipts, people still gonna want to believe the lie. That's true. And you're right. That's what I was saying, bro. It was like I was looking at it from the standpoint of, and I said it earlier, even when you got the truth in your face, the people that want to lie on you, the people that want to misunderstand you, they gonna do it anyway. And it don't matter if you're telling the truth, they gonna still tell the lie. They'll know it's a lie and still tell it. That's how evil people are. They will know it's a lie and still tell it because it sounds good to them. They always wanted to say something nasty about you. Or they probably been saying nasty stuff about you. So it seems like the record company are behind this to tarnish Mase's name because that contract was not beneficial to them. Oh, I'm sure they benefited from it. They just wasn't able to rip him down and make him grab his ankles and pass him the Vaseline. So that's what the issue was. They wasn't able to do that. And because they wasn't able to do that, it could have been that. It could have been them. But I don't think it was the record label. I think it was really just this young man being nasty, evil, and ungrateful. Okay? Hey, Ray all day. So get this now. Get this. Hold on. 1 second. So we finna talk about this. So like I was saying, the last couple of episodes before this one had me emotional. I didn't really care for that. I ain't care for it. I don't like being emotional. This time I was gonna watch it, but I wasn't in no hurry because I just felt like it was gonna have me emotional, and I wasn't ready for that. I didn't want to be emotional no more. Y'all know I done been through a lot in the last few months. I mean, a whole lot. I done lost my mama, one of my best friends of about 30 years. One of my good friend's grandmama that was good, real close with all us. She left. My first husband, my children's father, he passed. So it was like a lot of death back to back. And then they had the episode with Big Teak, and I had to deal with that. That took me back to my cousin passing and how he, took his own life. So it was like, I don't really know if I want to look at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to, get into it. And he was like, nah, I'll watch it. So I'm glad I listened to my baby brother who I love. And so I went ahead, watched it. So the episode started off, kind of like, I don't know. I felt like it was almost like a misdirection because I thought it was going to go in one direction and it went somewhere else. Like the fact that they started off with Mercedes in the club, still trying to work and get back to using that shoulder and everything, and how her and Clifford had that talk. And basically, the girl just didn't trust her arm at all. She didn't trust her arm, and she was real frustrated. And so Clifford was like, look, that injury is in your head, not your shoulder. And I had to think about that. This is all before the opening credits. So, of course, I thought that this episode was going to be about Mercedes coming back to the club. Like, this is what it was going to all be about. And it was a whole misdirection. You didn't understand it. I understood it just fine. I just thought that they were kind of leaning toward that's how the episode was finna go. But it went in another direction. Like, they touched on it, but that really wasn't what the episode was all about. But in that, all before the opening credits, it was a lot there. Clifford told her the truth. The injury is in your head, not your shoulder. And you know what? Clifford is right. And I know it's in her head and not her shoulder. Because when she was over there to the coach house with him and his nasty wife, she was up there swinging on the pole and dancing and sliding and gliding and flying, as they put it, or whatever. And you was fine. It wasn't until she got back in that club that she started struggling with her shoulder. She wasn't struggling. Did y'all notice that? Those of y'all who watched it, did y'all notice when she was over there at Coach House with that pole, it was no problem. Her shoulder worked fine. She wasn't, like when she first got on the pole, she was a little nervous with it. But after that, she did just fine. It wasn't until she was back in that club that all of a sudden she's struggling with that shoulder. It's mental. Or that ghost that's in the club is messing with her. Because y'all know Montavia is still in there. Y'all know Montavia's evil tail is still in there. At this point, I don't even know if he was all the way evil. It might be two sides to that story too, because I don't trust Haley. Right? Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying, right? She was fine over there at Coach House, but when she got back in there, it's like her nerves got to her. Angel Baby says she just nervous or Montavia's spirit was messing with her head. Right. It's one of the two. One or the two. Absolutely. So I didn't really know, which way to go with it. But I'm like, yeah, it's something going on when she go in that place. It's like she don't need to go back in there. I feel like Mercedes need to leave that club alone. I know she need money. I know that everything went south with the coach, which in my opinion, it needed to. You don't never let no married man talk you into being no concubine for no quarters. Absolutely not. I don't care if the wife cool, the wife not cool. He ain't even make you a second wife. He just wants you to be a concubine. That's just trifling. And that is not okay. Okay? You finished the show just in time. I'm so glad. Because we got to talk about this. All right, girl. Go write your article. Love you. Happy writing. Drew say, so fine she was able to teach the day. Oh! Yep, she was. You're right. She was doing so fine that she could teach that nasty woman, Farrah, how to do the thing on the pole, and she was trying to help her up there. All that was going on. That's why I say this was like it's a mental block. She don't trust that shoulder, but I don't know whether they're gonna take it to that part that is psychological or whether they're gonna take it to the supernatural. Because y'all see this season ain't nothing off the table. Absolutely nothing. So then after the credits, of course, you got Murder and Clifford in the kitchen. Clifford cutting his hair, and they talking about secrets because she's like, Clifford like, well, where you going? Nowhere really. And I don't know why he didn't want to say where he was going because it ain't even like he was going nowhere bad. So they talking about keeping secrets, and Clifford like, I ain't finna be your secret. So I said, okay, we got action. This still goes back to what I've been saying. Okay, and Gabor can tell y'all I've been saying this, right? I feel like this is going to be the season at some point that, especially now that Lil Murder know that video is out there or whatever, that he is going to end up having to just come on out with it. And I don't know if that's bad. I feel like he need to come on out with it. If that's how you living, then that's how you living, and you need to just say that. Stop fronting. I don't really like fake stuff. And I feel like it's absolutely fake life. Absolutely fake life. Okay? Nacho Twins mama say Montavious is still there, which is why I think Whisper is staying. I think her and Diamond will cross paths with her sensing something when she first arrived and him having the protection. You think so? Might be, girl. I don't know now. Hey, Tina. So I really don't know. Like, I can't swear to it, sis, but I think something finna go on. You know what I'm saying? Something about to happen with that. It's a lot of, variables that have been added to the story. They all been added in cohesively, so it could really go either way, to be honest, right? So anyway, they start having to talk about, the fact that they tangle unprotected. And I don't know, y'all. I didn't like Lil Murder's attitude. I didn't like what's his real name? Jagettorific. I don't know what that name is, but anyway, I ain't like his attitude. LaMarcus. I ain't like his attitude. What you mean? Talking about some, making your comments about the fact that y'all did what y'all did unprotected. Sir, you were the one who said to do it unprotected. You the one said you didn't need that. You the ones, Clifford was like, but are you good? Like, are you negative good? You saying yes, but in that moment, you didn't even ask If he was good, you were just all in. You want to feel him inside of you. You all caught up in the rapture. Like Anita Baker said, you caught up in the rapture of love. You caught up. Now here we are. After the morning after. Now you want to make comments. Now you want to make comments while y'all having the secrets conversation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really like that. That kind of bothered me. I ain't like that at all, really. And so then Clifford got ready to leave or whatever. Still, he still checking on Grandmama Ernestine at the hospital. And you know it's tough because it's not like they was letting them people, you know, come to the phone, especially if they wasn't in no condition to really get on the phone, and they didn't have no cell phones and wasn't able to FaceTime and all that stuff. You know, during that time, during the Carnival 19, you couldn't go visit people at the hospital. You couldn't be at the bedside. So I know that had to be nerve-wracking for Clifford or whatever. And I like the fact that when Clifford left, he was like, you know, what Umberto talking about where you going, talking about somewhere unlike that, know where you going, because that's what you're supposed to do when people play in your face. At the end of the day, you didn't want to say where you was going. Clifford's basically letting you know, oh, I'm definitely going somewhere. I'm just not answering none of your questions. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button for me, please, and thank you. And so then we get the Mercedes, and she over there jogging again and ran into Man. So Man out of prison. Child, look at him. Me and Gabor was talking about that, and me and Lita was talking about that. That was a situation, honey. So he out of jail due to the Carnival 19. He invited her to the block party. She flirting and grinning at him and stuff. And I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm just saying, Lord have mercy. That's all I'm gonna say. Lord have mercy. So I knew the fact that scene was so short that they was gonna have to come back to that, and it was gonna be something go down with this block party. That I already knew. So then we get over to Haley and Keyshawn, and I'm telling y'all what I think about this in just about a minute. So they meet up at the restaurant, and remember I told y'all, girl, say it again, that man there, child, look. But let me tell y'all, remember I told y'all Haley was up to something? Remember I told y'all that? And remember it was a lot of y'all was like, oh no, she just feel bad for her. Oh no, she don't want nothing. Oh no, it's because she can identify with her. Bull to the crap. Here we go again. This is what the heifer was up to. I knew she wanted something. Of course, she'll trade helping you get out of town. Look at y'all fast heifers. Look at him. She talking about sexual chocolate. Ooh, Angel baby. Sweet sensations. You too, huh? Oh, y'all fast. Y'all was being fast yesterday, looking at the therapist, what was talking to Marlo. Now y'all being fast today, talking about man. That's all right. I understand. Being grown. But, ooh, sweet sensations. Have mercy. But listen, so I told y'all that heifer was up to something. So she meets up with the girl where the girl can give her paperwork. And she's like, you know, hurry up and get it back before Opie Taylor find out, you know, the clearboard is beating her tail at the house, her baby daddy. And so while they talking, and she's like, well, I looked up Haley Colson and they say she died in the flood. And, you know, she's like, yeah, but she's still here, right? She's still right here, you know, letting her know we can make it look like you gone too. And don't tell nobody, not even me. Hey, African Violet, you see him in here? So anyway, this is the thing. Guess what? Y'all saw what she told her, talking about, you know, just get him to let you come back to work at the club. Tell him you can have that you gonna give him all the money off the floor, and you'll get the money off the door. I say, ain't that nothing? Ain't that nothing? That's what she's after. See, y'all not catching on. Okay, think about it. Yeah, she willing to trade with her to get the paperwork to get out of town, but basically she don't plan on keeping the club open. Remember, she want to sell the club out from up under everybody. So all she need is Mississippi for a little while to use her to pack the house out to get the money. After all, Mercedes still injured, or at least off in her head, and she know right now Mississippi got the buzz. Mercedes had the town on lock, but you only had the town on lock. Mississippi got the buzz. She knows she can market do her marketing and promoting, and everybody in Mississippi be coming down there to see Mississippi. And the people in the surrounding areas too, because right now she got the buzz, she got the clout. She the one selling eyelashes, doing this, doing that, doing the third. With Blue Guap. Remember that now. Good night, Antoinette. Okay. And so that's what she's after, is to use that girl to get as much money as she can, keep everything running until she can get the money from them people over there at the promised land. I told y'all that's what she was up to. And it's so pitiful. Mississippi's so goofy. You don't need that girl to help you get out of that. You don't need no help for that. You can come up missing on your own. Yeah, she using Mississippi for her gain. And that's what I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all that heifer wasn't doing nothing out the kindness of her heart. She went and popped up at that store to meet that girl and told her, I thought I would see you here. Like she was hanging out like some creepy old man, stalking and waiting to find her. She went looking for that girl because she had a motive. She had a motive. I told y'all this was not at no kindness of her heart. This ain't had nothing to do with no kindness. Absolutely not. So now we got that. Then we get to Andre and Corbin. And Corbin up there having him a whole biracial, cry-racial, light-skinned fit because Andre done lied and they got his lies on TV. Because he talking about my daddy died when I was 7 and your daddy's sitting in prison. But I told y'all I didn't like this little dingy, scruffy Negro. I can't stand him. I don't trust nobody can't get a line up. His hair ain't never lined up. I don't trust that at all. Oh, yeah, she going to use murder if she get a chance. But murder ain't that green. Sweet Sensation say, you right, Autumn is quid pro quo type of hoe. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. So anyway, they showed the commercial, your dad in prison or whatever. They sat up there and tried to pull that with Patrice. Honey, Patrice pulled a Nitra. She stood up there tall and tough. I sure did. I sure did. Hey, happy to be happy. I did it. I sure did. What Patrice told y'all, she said, I hold in them streets so y'all could fly. So now there it go. I ain't never heard I hold so you could fly, but she sure said it. I say go Patrice go. I don't even like Patrice's character, but I respect that. Now done it, I respect that. Oh, I'm gonna do Autumn like that. Autumn ain't no good. She a useless flat-footed hoe. I don't like her. I don't like her. But yeah, that thing was real interesting. Then Haley gonna call him, I guess, after she saw the commercial. So he declined her call. And then you get back to Keyshawn and Opie Taylor. She to the house. He come running in there. I bought you some cheap shoes. They wasn't no good because he broke. How the hell you running around here got the nerve to be buying somebody some shoes and you broke his Job's turkey? You ain't figured out how to get them out the trailer park, but you buying shoes for people. You need to buy a clue. You need to pay for some classes at the Learning Annex, some night school. Get you a certificate or something where you can get that girl up out them during out the trailer park. So you can quit being frustrated and attacking people. Useless self. Come bringing somebody them $9.99 shoes where you can put bunions on her feet. How the hell she gonna dance and make money and you tearing up her toes with them cheap knockoff Buster Browns? Cheryl say I screamed when she said what she said. Oh yeah, Patrice owned that. Lita said Keyshawn ain't got no sense to question Autumn motive either. Yeah, she ain't even asking why you helping me. For what? Angel Baby say she owned up to her mistakes. I can respect 27-piece Patrice. Me too. Me too. Girl, yes, bought it with her money because he ain't got none. When he got some money. And then go buy the wrong goddamn size. Honey, Patrice took me there. She took me. When she said, I hold in them streets so y'all could fly, I say, well, I be dang. Well, thank you, Patrice. The nation would like to thank you for your service. Quiet Storm 87 said, I said, how he buy her fake shoes too small with her money? That's what I want to know. And then talking about something, this your size? She's like, feet spread when you have children. And then down there on his knee crying, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Child, please. That's only because she a chump. He'd have been praying to his God if he had one. Please make Seanitra leave me alone. Please make her forget my name. Please make her forget my number. Please make her quit sending people to beat me up. Please make her stop sending people to rob me. Please tell her to stop putting broke up crushed glass in my food and all the food in the house. Ain't nowhere in the hell. The fact that she took a punch and then let him hurt your kid, you was a whole weakling. You are useless. You started hitting yourself in the head, throwing a fit because you bought the wrong size shoe. I can't do nothing right. You can't. You can't. You're supposed to be dead by now. Why can't you die? Why can't you die? That's the question. Can't do nothing right. Just useless as tits on a bull. Useless. That pissed me off. That whole situation was so irritating. I mean, pure irritating to watch that mess going on. And then telling her I can fix your room back up. And then you could go and do your OnlyFans. So I still want to control you, but while I'm controlling you, I still want you to make some money for me. That's what I want you to do. I want to control you, but you go back to that room. And so when she said, I don't want to do that, well, you can go back on tour. You can go on tour. And then when she said, I want to go to the Pink, I just don't like that place. It's that place. It's that place. And she talking about it's the only place I feel free. Sounding like a whole slave. I swear for God, Keyshawn need to change her name to 21 Years a Slave. That's what she need to change her name to. This is ridiculous. And then he agreed to it while he's sitting up there crying and sniveling. Useless animal. Oh my God, I was so mad with her, I ain't know what to do. Cheryl said he lost everything when his parents separated themselves from him. Now he taking it out on Keyshawn. But he didn't lose everything, Cheryl. He's still strong and able-bodied. You know how I know he able-bodied? Because he able to put black eyes and bruises all over that heifer. If you that strong, you better go to day labor, hustle up some cash, boy. You could have been beside the road selling watermelons and boiled peanuts. You could have been somewhere throwing hay in the hayfield. They pay good money at the hayfield. You strong enough to punch people, you can go throw hay all day. Hell, if you go out there to the hayfield, you won't even be able to punch people. When you come home, you'll be tired. And that girl will be able to fix something to eat other than some tired, bland hot dogs. Sweet Sensation say he must have bought them lubricants from AliExpress. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nacho Twins mama said the actress that played Keyshawn is good. She played that role all too well. The actress that plays Haley is as basic as Lisa Ray. Amen. I can't with her either. Mm-hmm. Ray say, LOL, yeah. So we do need a petition to ensure Derek's death no later than season 3, episode 1. Something like that. We need something like that. Yes, girl, 21 Years a Slave. That be her name. African Violet say, truth be told, when I hear Mississippi, I think of slavery. I don't know why. When it was all over the country. One state make you think of slavery. Yes. A real Aquarius right here. January 31st, dead center, baby. The real thing. I ain't nowhere near no Cap, nowhere near no Pisces. Pure aqua. That water. But anyway, so that scene got on my nerves. Corbin and his brother sat there talking about, you know, who blaming who, and his brother talking about you gonna split the vote away from me, and if we lose the deal, it's gonna be on your head, and talking about the secrets, and what if I start talking about our daddy's secrets? Hell, why would you go talking about your daddy's secrets? What they got to do with anything? How does that hurt or help anybody? That just seemed real stupid to me. But that was, to me, that was a useless conversation. Him and his brothers ain't gonna never be cool. He better hope they don't beat his tail again. So then Haley go meet up with the old clear woman who Gabor told me name is Georgia at the beauty salon, which was hilarious because the hairdresser was racist as hell, talking about you can go down to Shanae's, you in the wrong salon. The old rich clear woman sent her out the way where they could talk. They talking about 10 million. And then this old clear woman with her racist behind, she one of them racist clear people that think as long as you know I smile in your face, then it should be acceptable. But what she said to Haley, y'all, was racist as hell, trying to get this girl to accept 5 instead of the 10 she asking for. 1, you can afford it. 2, you know you're gonna make more than that off that deal when it go through, if it go through. So she gonna sit up, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But she gonna sit up and tell this girl, oh, you better take the 5, because if it don't go through, I could just hold out. And I took that as, you know, how them people look at us. I took it at the way, the way these people really look at us. Like we're so ignorant and we're in such a hurry to take a quick little piece of money that we'll lose the long-term investment because we so hungry and poor. We supposed to be so hungry, poor, and ignorant that even if it's worth 10, you just take the 5, because what if the vote don't go through? Well, hell, if the vote don't go through, it still ain't gonna be yours. She up there talking to this girl like, you better take it because your time running out. And if the vote don't go through, then you gonna be stuck with it and you gonna miss out on $5 million. When the truth of the matter is, this woman sitting up there 4 days older than dirt, looking like she was probably the waitress at the Last Supper, telling somebody else about their time running out. Hell, by the time the deal go through, or by the time them people actually lose that club, if they ever do, you might be done died and went on to hell by then. And she ain't even think of that. Girl, what you say? You say your mouth fell open when she said Shenane. Oh, it was real, but that's real. That's real. If you from the South, you ought to be real accustomed to racist clear people, because that's kind of what they do. That's their thing, saying, blatantly, aggressively racist stuff like that. Yeah, I heard her say reparations. She was racist as hell. But her offer for that $5 million, her rationale and her trying to convince that girl was more racist than her ever saying the word reparations. Because that's really how they see people. Because, there was a lot of black folks at a certain time, and some of them even now, the minute they had some property, they sold it off for little or nothing, and them clear people was able to gobble it up. Yeah, she thought that girl was going to cave in. That's what it was. Why the soda cans took you out? That ain't new. Ain't nothing new about them soda cans, girl. But yeah, so that happened or whatever. Haley basically was like, well, if it's a gamble, let's gamble it. I ain't rushing it. Then they get to the mortuary. Now, y'all, the mortuary got interesting. Y'all forgive me for chewing. This is the first food I done ate all day long. But the mortuary was interesting because I think it was just a matter of, basically, in my opinion, Lil Murda and Water been needed to talk. They needed to talk because, they making moves and doing stuff, but they wasn't really, congressing with each other to find out what the other one was doing and how they was moving. If y'all on the same team, you got to link up with your people so that way everybody know how everybody moving. You know what I'm saying? It was some stuff needed to be said and brought out. It was some stuff that definitely needed to be said and brought out. You know what I'm saying? So, he brought some clothes for Teak, which was cool. Somebody had to, because, as they say, ain't nobody even claimed the body. Ain't nobody claimed the body at all. So he brought some clothes or whatever. And basically, the conversation just basically went where Murda Ben wanted to go. It's almost like he suspected Rome from the beginning not Rome, but suspected Water from the beginning of killing Rome. And what I didn't like from Murda, though, you up here trying to preach to this man talking about you can't be taking death in your hands like that. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. I like Water. Water was like, child, please. Tuck's gonna tell him you ain't God. He talking about all of us got some God in them and all of us got some devil in them too. It just is what it is. And I'm glad that he said what he said, which was the truth. Rome was a hater. And then let him know, hey, he got your video. He said, I don't know, how he found it or whatever. And he asked him about it. And so Lil Murda was like, he was 15, he needed money real bad. And so he did some messed up stuff. So apparently he did what he did before he ever went to prison. It wasn't prison that put him in that position. He ended up doing that before he ever went to prison at all, when he was 15. So, he was like, can't nobody judge me for it. I did whatever I did, yada, yada. So it is what it is. And so they having this conversation or whatever. And that was just kind of what it is. And basically he was like, he asked him why he did it. And he was like, look, first off, we don't even know if Rome already sent that to somebody. And one of us got to make it out. Why it can't be you? Which is a fair question. There got to be somebody that's willing to go ahead and take one for you. Because on your way out of anywhere, you're going to hit an obstacle. Somebody got to be willing to help you out. So I that's the way I took it. He was just helping them out with that wrong situation. Now, when it came to the pink, they back at the pink. They can't do no more than 50% capacity. All because Toy Nasty behind sneezed in that woman's mouth. Then Mercedes over there back trying to dance, and Haley put her on the spot, and the girl was struggling. And that's when that's when she let them know, oh, I'm bringing Keyshawn back. Now, of course, Whisper and Roulette all excited. They fangirling it up. And she hit them over there fighting and raising sand, and she asking, they been doing this, and of course, yeah. And them fools had nerve to offer her cocaine. So it's like they getting real comfortable snorting powder and stuff in the pink. And I'm just like, I don't know about this. And I'm wanting to know if Clifford know that they in there snorting powder in that darn locker room. Now that's what I want to know, because I don't remember nobody doing that last season. I don't remember I don't remember nobody else doing nothing like that, period. Now, if they did do it before, they might have been going in the stall and doing it, but they be right out in the open just snorting powder right there. Like, that's the thing that's really, really, truly disturbing. But then her and Mercedes talk or whatever, and she asked about her locker and stuff, and Mercedes told her your stuff's still there. And they in that scene with Cliff storming out. Then he in the car seeing visions of his mama, which was interesting, because it was like that kind of let us know where Cliff would get all them rules from. Because Clifford was like, he's sitting there and his mama was like, child, let me give you the rule. Real bees don't cry, they get even. And then it was like, you could kind of see the light come on his head, but I was trying to figure out what the hell Cliff finna do. And I said, okay, Cliff finna pull a stunt. Cliff is finna pull a stunt. So that's interesting. I think that's very, very interesting, actually. But what we end up seeing Cliff do really made me kind of wonder, but we don't get to that. Let's talk about Teek's funeral real quick, because we got to get this out the way. So, first of all, let me say a shout out to them for playing one of my favorite songs by Scarface. I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. That was my song back in the day. So that was cool. They up there laying chains on the man, and I think somebody gave him a blunt or something. Had him in his bright red coffin, and now can I ask y'all something? Who was that girl screaming and hollering out there, and ain't nobody claimed the body? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? She out there screaming, people gotta hold her, she hollering. We know you wasn't a baby mama because he ain't got no kids. We know you wasn't his girlfriend because you not his flavor. We know you couldn't have been family because ain't nobody claimed the body. So who the hell was you out there screaming and hollering and acting like some kind of rabbit hood booger? Like, what was that about? Why was you screaming? Did y'all see that girl? Because I have questions. I got questions. Yeah, it's always one hood booger. Always one. You know, it's that one girl that be on Facebook in every town. Somebody gets shot. You know, that was my sister, uncle, cousin, baby daddy. He used to like me one time when I worked at the McDonald's. He used to come through there every morning and tell me he liked my nails. And they got to make a whole Facebook post about it. And I know he always liked me. And I'm praying for your family. Rest easy. They got to change their whole profile picture to the dead person picture. That must be who this girl was. That how it's gonna be a relative, Angel, baby. Ain't nobody claimed the body. Cheryl say I was asking the same question. Who's she? Who's she? Right. Who are you? Yep, them be the girls. I was just with him. He always liked me since middle school. That must be who she was. Good boy say, yeah, I seen that. You know, it's always the person doing the most. She gonna be that old woman calling the funeral home to see who died so she can turn up at the funeral. Listen, I hope that there ain't no old women doing that. I hope to God. Now I know it's some old ladies I know that will call you with the death report, but I hope they don't be calling the funeral home just doing it like that. I know some of them grab the newspaper every day and turn straight to the obituary. Cheryl say she was the funeral crowd, hired by the funeral home. Cheryl, ain't nobody paid that fool. Ain't nobody paid that fool. I couldn't believe that. I said, why is you doing this? Why is this happening? It was too much. Then while they out there, they putting up social media. The dude Pico that Murder was fighting with before, the one he swung on that night, and the same one that they got into it while they was on tour with, why he on social media claiming credit for Teek's death. How you gonna claim credit for somebody that, like, that's why I can't stand social media sometimes. It gives too much room for people to put themselves in trouble. First of all, you don't put your mouth on nothing like that. You don't know who did it. Hell, the person who really did it was the man himself. But what if the person who really did it just sitting back gonna let you take credit so they ain't got to worry about going to prison? You know what I'm saying? That was dumb. You say she was the girl putting money on the books. Oh, might be. Nacho Twins mama say, don't do Water family like that. They did a good job on that body. They sure did. He looked just like himself. Angel baby saying that's what got him killed. Girl, you skipping ahead now. You said the prison sneaky link. You can't sneaky link in the VP. What y'all gonna do? Rub each other kneecaps? You mean his pen pal and his benefactor? Because that's the best a girl can be to you from the prison is a pen pal or a benefactor. Because ain't finna be too much sneaking and linking in the VP. Oh no. That ain't happening. So that, we had to get that out of the way because that was a pivotal moment. I didn't even know what was gonna happen, from that. But I at that point, I really was thinking like, oh shoot, maybe it's finna be some, neighborhood square off type situation. I did not know. Nacho Twins mama clowning. She talking about she was his charade. Child, you wrong for that. Cheryl say agree. He was selling out while holding the gun, selling out on social media. Right. Why you on social media holding a piece? Who does that? I might admit to it, but I'm not finna wave it in front of no camera. You got to be real type slow to be waving a piece in front of a camera. Listen, let me tell you something. That's clue number one. You ain't never popped nobody. The fact that you waving that gun on that camera, you ain't never shot nothing but your mouth off. Number two, you don't wave no gun on no camera. Because what if that same caliber was used in a murder? Now the popo could say, well, we need to come search your house. Because we know you got that caliber weapon and you was waving it on there. And you on social media claiming credit for a whole murder. What if the police say, you know what? You do fit the description. Even though they ain't even seen nobody. Like, that was just dumb. That's I'm a sucker 101. I ain't never committed a crime in my life 101. I ain't never popped nobody 101. Like, why would you do that? That was just dumb. But like I said, I thought it was going to go one way. It went something else. Then they set up Roulette and Whisper talking bad about Mercedes, talking about, I ain't trying to be like grandma dancing past my prime. And then Roulette take this as her opportunity to talk Whisper in the horn a little bit. And she didn't want to hoe with that man. But Roulette wanted her to hoe because she been hoeing. And she was already mad because the man want to offer her all that money to do none of the stuff that you've been doing. So then this the scene right here. I wish Gabor was free because he had so much to say about this scene with Mercedes and Shell. Now, first of all, I'm mad because Shell came over there drunk. Second of all, I'm mad that Shell came over there at all. Because this girl came to get help because you couldn't help her. That's number one. And number two, you pretending to be the one that's so responsible. You supposed to be so together. And that's why this girl can't have her child. But you over there, you such a drunkard that the child in trouble, she still got to come to her actual mama to get help and had the nerve to be mad because Mercedes allowed the girl to make her own decision. What are you really mad for? She didn't force her into nothing. She didn't make her give away nothing. You trying to insult her, talking about, oh, you giving away children might be what you and your family do. Girl, bye. At the end of the day, that girl ain't give away nothing. Y'all took that child from her, and then now, even up to this day, you still forcefully trying to keep that child away from her mama. But then you throwing shots talking about giving a child away. Now, the real thing is, you need to be asking, why did your husband give his seed away to another woman instead of planting the seed in your belly? That's the real question. Talking about giving away something, honey. What was given away was out of your house. Your husband gave a baby to a little girl that was 15 that he should have gave to you. And you wouldn't be up there bitter drinking yourself to an early grave. Now, I'm sick of Shell. I done had enough of Shell. Tarek up there crying, talking about mama. And they both answered. And Shell talking about she talking to me. Girl, bye. And then for Tarek to say, mama, come on, let's go. And then telling Mercedes, I know how to drive thanks to you. Like you taught me and now I'm grown. I don't know. This little girl, I told y'all last episode that I was sick of that little girl. Didn't I tell y'all I was sick of her? Didn't I tell y'all I was sick of that little heifer? I done had enough of her. Mercedes need to wash her hands of that little girl too. I'm sorry. Sometimes you got to go on count of the loss. You didn't raise her. You only birthed her. Let it be. So anyway, we get to Clifford, and we starting to see the forming of a plot. And this ain't straightforward, and I know it ain't straightforward because you remember Corbin burned his bridge with Clifford way back in season 1. So for Clifford to go all the way out there to that property and start planting seeds, because that's what he did. He went planting seeds in Corbin's ear. He went putting a bug in his ear, so to speak. And he up there, and I just can't stand Corbin. This is why I'm not real fond of calling biracial people black. It ain't the same thing. It's the fact that he called that man, had nerve to call that, not that man, but call that woman Pastor Hood Red. I'm like, who is you talking to? Y'all go.
Yes, man, we getting ready to go. I love you.
Love you too. Drive careful. Be careful. All right. And don't be speeding.
I don't do that.
Okay. But calling her Pastor Hood Rat or whatever. And she's still trying to play victim, talking about you don't know what it's like to have everybody looking down at you. And I love it. Man, Clifford lit him up, talking about, yes, I do half in. You ain't but a half a Negro. And trying to act like your plight is so heavy. And don't nobody know what you going through. Everybody looking down on you. Y'all don't know what it's like. What it is, your issue really is, you want people to look at you as a white person. You want clear privilege. You want clear privilege, and the fact that you ain't getting the clear privilege, you feel like you being cheated.
Love you.
Mwah.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, baby. But that's what the issue really is. That's what he really mad at. What y'all think Corbin's issue is? Because I think that's what it is. Corbin wants privilege. Corbin know that his daddy was clear, and he feels like I got clear brothers, and they get treated differently than me. And this is what happens because your mama decided to lay up with that man. He wants privilege. That's why he crying all the time. That's why he always having a fit. Okay? And it was the fact that Clifford brought that information to him about Patrice. And was like, child, Patrice like money. Pay her off, basically, is what he was saying. Give her some money. Pay her off. Give her a little bread. Pay her off. And I said, okay, what the hell is Clifford up to? Clifford, and you know when Clifford running game, because he up there dropping rules. Talking about Ernestine gave him a new rule. If you can't bring the water to you, if you can't get to the water, bring the water to you. I said, Clifford running game on this boy. You think Corbin is Cliff's brother? I don't think so. I don't believe so. But they came up around each other. Mm-hmm. Cheryl said, yep. Corbin want to be accepted by his brothers and they truly don't care for him. Can't stand him. Mm-hmm. Can't stand him. They hate his guts. And if I'm going to be honest, can I be completely honest, y'all? If I'm going to be completely honest, they got every right to not like him. Hate is strong, but they got every right not to like him. They daddy cheated on their mama and went and got an outside child. And now this outside child has claim to things that legitimately should belong to them. I wouldn't like him either. If I'm gonna keep it real, I wouldn't like him either. At all. So because my daddy was a hoe, I gotta share my inheritance with his great big mistake. I would have had a problem with that. I'm surprised that when he got beat up last season, that was the first time they beat him up. I probably would have beat him up every week my entire life. We'd have been little kids, and I would have found him at every playground he went to and jumped on him. I'm telling you. And when I got grown, I probably would have been cussing out his mama. By any woman. You know what I'm saying? I think we get like that part of it, I think is semantics. I don't think them boys was going to be happy about nobody being an illegitimate child that your daddy done got while he out there tiptoeing through the tulips. And then this person is able to lay claim to what rightfully is supposed to be yours. Who would like that? If we being real, hey, Kimber Monique, if we being all the way real, who the hell would like that? Because I wouldn't. You let somebody had a roll up on me when my daddy passed talking about I got a right to something. You got a right to go to hell. You better get on from here. It doesn't add up for me. It does not add up for me. Not even a little bit. So in my opinion, I just feel like, hey, whatever it's going to be is what it's going to be. Whatever it's going to be is what is going to be with that situation. But I don't know. Something tells me Cliff is setting him up. And then, okay, can we talk about this Roulette and Whisper situation, y'all? It was so much going on. My nerves were shot. So Roulette and Whisper sitting up there at the hotel, heavy on the hoe, vibing, chilling out. And then all of a sudden, something came over Whisper like something bad about to happen. So this girl got some kind of, discernment because she peeped that something was finna go wrong. That ain't having no conscience. That's actually cheating your right for children. I don't call that no conscience. Anything you wanted them to have, you should have gave it to them while you were alive. Why would you slight your legitimate children because you went out there and made a huge mistake? I don't agree with stuff like that. Absolutely not. Concubines beware. Your children should have rights to nothing. Period. But anyway, that's just what I think. But anyway, so they sitting up there. She gets a feeling like something to go wrong. Now, where I fought her at is, you let this girl talk you into just getting high and laying back and acting like ain't nothing happened. Just chill out and wait for this man to show up. I can say for me, anytime I ever been anywhere and got that feeling like something finna go wrong, y'all know what I always did? I have always just left. I don't care who get mad. I don't care who's like, Nitra, where did you go? Whatever. I leave. That's why I always drive myself. I don't ride with nobody because when I'm ready to go, I'm going to leave. Period. None whatsoever. I'm out of there. So she stayed there and she listened to it. She listened to Roulette. Let her talk her back into it. Dude shows up. He giving Roulette dirty looks like he wanted Roulette to leave. And when he started looking at her like that, I'm like, oh, you wanted her to leave because you was planning to hurt this girl. That's why she was getting that feeling. So she told him, like, if I'm not staying, then you ain't staying. Like, in other words, I'm not leaving you by yourself with this girl where you could do nothing to her, period. So she in the bathroom waiting or whatever. And sure enough, this man tried to cheat the girl out the money. And it's like, hey, she didn't want to go with you. She didn't get no enjoyment out there. He went making up stories about, oh, she didn't moan right. What do you mean she didn't moan right? Are you dumb? Are you really that dumb? And then the fact that, she talked back at him, you talking to her crazy, so she talked to you crazy. He had the nerve to reach and go try to strangle this girl. and was shocked because that girl does roulette pulled a piece on him. And y'all, it clicked in my head right then. That's how that girl got that name. That's how she got the name roulette. Because this fool up here with one bullet in the chamber. One bullet, 6 holes. And she pulled the one on herself first. And then straight to him. I say, oh no. Y'all, that's how that heifer got their name. That's how she got the name, girl. She crazy. She is crazy. Y'all know I didn't like her before, but I think I'm starting to like that little ugly heifer. I think I'm starting to like her, y'all. I really am. I really am. It's getting interesting. But the fact that she made him strip down, get on his knees, and put that gun in his mouth, I said, oh, this girl is wild. Yeah, she crazy. Sure, you enjoyed that gun scene. The firearm scene, the pow scene. Quiet Storm said, that's exactly what I said. Now we know why they call her roulette. Okay, they gave her, that's where her name come from. Right, 2 times. 2 times. I'm surprised that Negro ain't pee all over himself. And then they ran up out of there, took his car. She's very dangerous because see, situations like that, the man know where you work. He can roll up on you. You don't know how it's going to go. That's what I don't like. Now, if you pull a stunt, you out of town, don't nobody know your name, that's one thing. But you pull a stunt right where you got to live and make your money, that's crazy. So, you know, all that's going to follow her back to the pink. This girl is reckless and crazy. Now, she's pretty funny. I like how she handled old boy. But the stealing of the car and then taking it over there for Opie to chop it up, I don't know if that was smart. Because now you basically creating a beef that didn't have to be one. Once you drew down on him, you made him back off. That could have been the end of it. That could have been the end of it. And you could have just left. Hell, you could have drew down on him, stripped him naked and left. You know what I mean? And took his clothes. And that would have been the end of it. I don't think he would have even had the nerve to tell nobody that you did that to him. You know what I mean? But you took the car and you did, you know what I'm saying? You took the car and more or less darn near took his manhood from him. Now, you know, at that point, he going to be looking for some get back and all that's going to follow them back to the club. I think we're going to end up with another big climax scene, a climactic scene, season finale or thereabouts at the club, just like we did last season behind this fool being crazy. Yeah, she real crazy. Right. You don't do dirt where it can follow you home. That's not what you do. Right. He coming for revenge and it's about to be another murder night. I see another murder night in their future. I think all them people, all Montavious people gonna pile up there. I think after Pico done got popped, all they people gonna pile up there. Then you gonna have to deal with this fool piling up there because Roulette done stripped him down and put him on his knees and stole his car and chopped it up. So it's a lot finna go on. And I'm telling y'all, I can see how this is weaving up. All them people finna come together and wind up at their place one time. Now that's the way I see it, y'all. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it's finna go. Now, Haley told her little sad story in the room with Andre. I'm not even finna talk about that because between both of their characters, I don't know who I disliked the most, and it was a wasted scene. Then, this is the scene that really got me. Old Pico. Now, y'all know they was wrong for this camera work. The way that man walked out of there, spoke to everybody, he's smiling, walking by himself at night. That told me right then, this is Pico's last day on earth, and he don't even know it. He ended up talking on the phone to his child and everything. Like, I could literally see it coming. The slow motion and just all the cinematography said, this your last day. And then, out of everybody, Lil Murder walks right up on him. Out of everything, Lil Murder walked right up on him. He never saw it coming. Never saw it coming. Walked right up on him. And then the boy went to beg him. Like I said, you not no gangster. That's why you was dumb enough to be waving a piece in front of a camera. As soon as you saw this dude, you knew you was looking at death. You went to crying like a hoe. Next thing you know, I ain't do nothing. I was just talking ish. I was just saying something. I ain't do nothing. I mean, got scared. You know my mama. I got another baby on the way. You know my son. Not you. Not Mr. Gangster, not Big Mouth, not Mouth Almighty Tongue Everlasting, not you. Because at the end of the day, a murder had to let you live right then. You done went back and been talking stuff. Oh, I hold him up. I did this. Woo, woo, woo. We already know you like the front by doing stuff you never did. So if he'd have let you live, you'd have just went over there where Maine them was and been talking about you did this, you did this, you did that. You did nothing. You did nothing. And it was just kind of cold how he was like, well, you know, my son, the murder was like, Tyson. He said, yeah. He's like, don't worry, I'll tell him his daddy love him. And took him on up out of him. And I seen people walking in that direction. Now, what I don't know is did them people come with him to help do away with the body? Or was them people that was just responding because they heard the gunshots? Because if that's the case, there might be somebody who can identify you. And all that might be a whole nother problem with the law and everything else. Right. One of them internet gangsters. Uh-oh, my baby brother is here. Hey, baby.
What's good?
Child, not much. Not much at all. So now,
I'm so irritated.
this is the thing.
These neighbors got this dog barking.
What?
It's 9 o'clock. Like, come on, shut the bitch up. I mean, shut the dog up. Put it in the house. Do something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, sunshine. Right. Child, Sunshine say Haley don't know the pink ain't gonna be worth nothing after they turn it into the last scene of the Players Club, but I digress. It sure ain't, baby. All them guns finna cut. I'm telling you, all of them gonna converge on the pink at the same time. Main them gonna end up there. Murder them gonna end up there. The man that roulette just rolled finna end up there. What you call it? Yeah, he finna end up there. Everybody finna end up there at the same time. All hell finna break loose at that same club. Now, if Haley could project that part, then she could go take the money before it get tore up.
And Derek, because you know it's gonna have to go down with Derek too.
Oh yeah. Derek gonna end up showing up there. That's true. Oh,
because I don't think Mississippi going nowhere.
I don't think so either. But get this, you know, Montavious people still got to pop back up. Mm-hmm. All that's finna converge at that place, one time. And when all hell break loose, I think that's when Montavious Ghost gonna really make a grand stand. I think, I you know what? If I had to guess on the writing, it's gonna be something like Haley finna almost get away or something, and he gonna pop up and slow her up by scanner just so somebody can get her. It's gonna be something crazy and climactic.
I think that Uncle Clifford gonna get even by exposing who she really is. And that's who Big Bone looking for. Big Bone ain't expecting her to be this girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because she was up in the club tonguing Diamond down, just kissing on Diamond. And Clifford talking about, I don't think I ever seen the Negro smile. Mm-hmm. She working Diamond because she trying to get to the bottom of it. But at the end of the day, that ain't even it. He ain't even the one. At all. But then again, she probably know what the girl looked like, but she probably trying to figure out who actually did it. And I think when it came down to it, I want to think Mercedes is the one squeezed.
Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah, she the one squeezed.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if push come to shove, everybody need to point to her.
Who?
Haley.
They was pointing at her.
If push come to shove and them Negroes showed up there looking for a head to carry back home, she done it. That's what I would do. Wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. That's who they're looking for. At the end of the day, they don't know Mercedes them. Don't nobody know who pulled their trigger except for her, Clifford. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Her, Clifford, Mercedes, Big L, and Diamond. Them the ones know.
But, I think that they messed up by taking the mayor of Chucalissa off because, the mayor of Chucalissa had the ring on too.
He had one too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, he was part of the
little game.
Yeah.
See, I never noticed that Tydell had a ring from them people.
Mm-hmm.
When you seen it? At his funeral?
Last season.
Oh, hell. Now I got to go back and relook at last season. How did I miss that Tydell was part of that game? Mm-hmm. I ain't surprised. Tydell act like an old chicken fried gangster. This about to be something. This is about to be something. All that mess is going to converge on the pink at the same time. This here about to make Murder Night look like child's play.
Yeah, and I hope it lives up to it. This was the best episode this season. But I'm sorry, I'm eating. I got to get my last meal in. I'm sorry. But
this the thing, good boy. All them other episodes, which is what I was trying to tell you, the writer was taking creative license and building up. You can't just jump in and just bam. You got to tell how it got there. So that I think the writer did an excellent job of building us up to tell us how we got here. And now we're at the turning point in the writing where we about to head into like the high impact drama. Now it's about to get real heavy hitting, and it's gonna get more and more frantic while we waiting on the big explosion. I just want to know who gonna be dead after the explosion. Now, if I had my guess, I feel like Grandmama Ernestine is out of here. I think so, yeah. I feel like if Haley don't die, she gonna come close.
Mm-hmm.
I think the clear boy that's beating Keyshawn gonna end up dead. Mm-hmm. And I think Roulette might end up dead too because she dancing a real frantic dance too. Between her and Haley, both of them act like they act like they chasing the coffin, like they chasing the Reaper. And when it's like that, you're not gonna last long. Either you gonna stop short before you go off that cliff, or you going. When people start doing real wild, reckless, stabbing folks in the back, being too slick, too many enemies, too many hands in the pot, death coming.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, are they gonna save one of them, or are both of them helpers gonna die? But it's death chasing both of them.
I think Ernestine gonna stay. My predictions is I think Ernestine gonna stay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Haley is gonna live. I think that Derek is gone for sure. We know Derek gone.
Oh yeah, Derek's out of here.
Either Duffy gone. I don't. Me personally, I don't want them to take the Roulette up out of here.
It's not that I want them to take.
But I think that they will. They didn't do as much of them. So like last year, Haley, they had Haley back last year, right?
Right.
But we saw more of Haley since she was the main character of the show. We've seen her interaction and her actual friendship with the people in the club, right?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen that a lot for Roulette, so we don't even know if they even coming there looking for Roulette, if they're gonna get down. Well, we did see boy look at him like a daughter, look at her like a daughter.
Yeah.
Big L. You know what I'm saying?
And I think they brought her in just to kind of establish a little something. But I feel like death is chasing that character. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's going to be one of them things that make Elle sad. And Elle might end up leaving if that girl die. Because Elle halfway out the door now, if you really watch how he moving.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really know where he going to land, how it's going to go. And I think if something happened to that girl, that'll be enough to help him just go ahead and make up his mind to get the hell up out of there.
Well, he said he's staying. Because Western College trying to go.
Yeah, that's what he said. But if something happened to that girl, I'm telling you, that's gonna hit him different because he did connect with that girl. I think that's gonna hit him a little different. And the thing is, the reckless stuff she doing, it could come anytime. They might actually get her before the end of the season.
I hope not. They didn't do a lot of showing us what's gonna happen next episode, though.
Hey, you're right. So we really don't know. But now let me ask you this: what you think Clifford game is by sending Corbin to go pay off Patrice?
To get her out the race.
But for
But
what?
why? I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. We know it's to pay her off to get her out the race, but for what?
Maybe with her. So I think that maybe with him getting her out the way, she vote no for the casino.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so with her out the race, at least he'll be able to get something.
Okay, think back, right? Remember when he saw his mama sitting in the back seat of that car, what she told him? You get even. You don't just get what you can. She told him to get even. That means Clifford went and did some plotting and came up out his bag of tricks. This somehow is going to run something into something and run something into something else. Now, I feel like Clifford always had that edge last season. I feel like Clifford lost part of his edge being in love with LaMarcus Liontail. Okay? But I think Cliff getting his edge back. I think seeing his mama and that trauma with worrying about whether he gonna lose his grandmama or not, I think that's snapping him back to himself. Like, boy, you better use your head. Think. Because for him to go to Corbin, it ain't gonna never be the straight up. It's always a roundabout. What if he know, yeah, Patrice like money, but Patrice is not trustworthy. She double-crossed her own daughter, right? So he gave her all that money, talking about just to think about it. Patrice got that money, smile. What if what he's thinking is Patrice want power so much that she'll take your money, tell everybody you tried to pay her off, and still not drop out the race, and then that'll basically tank Andre.
I think that what they're gonna do is, so we know that the club is in Lakeisha Savage's name, right? But who is really Lakeisha Savage, right? We don't know Lakeisha Savage, and I think that when they ended up making that deal for the paint, Uncle Clifford is gonna be the rightful owner of everything and probably take everything. Because we don't know who Lakeisha is.
But what I'm saying is, what is Clifford's game with this whole going to Corbin? Because he didn't just do that for nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a domino. Where are the rest of the dominoes set up?
But I'm saying Clifford is secretly trying to. Clifford ain't saying it, but the club is going to be sold. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to keep that old building. He's going to upgrade it. He's going to have to do something. The club is, even when she said the $5 million, he was like kind of excited, but couldn't show it a little bit because he didn't even think it was. He didn't really think it was worth that much. You get what I'm saying?
But listen, good boy, you got to pay.
I'm listening.
Get the clues, right? Did you see when he went to the grave to talk to his mama? And he was talking, he broke down and was like, I have to admit that I'm failing. He don't want to fail. I think the $5 million was a hell of a mea culpa if you know you on your way out anyway. But I think that Clifford had a bright idea. And I'm thinking that Clifford is thinking something real off and crazy. Because I know I would be. Now, what if now the gag was go get the money to Patrice, tell him to go pay Patrice off, knowing that Patrice will take your money and double cross you. And then what if Clifford throw his support behind Patrice and then get people to vote with Patrice? So basically the deal don't go through at all. And now Patrice got enough money to campaign the way she want to because she done got it off of Corbin. Expose him for trying to pay her off, right? Then after exposing him for trying to pay her off, him and Andre is done. They put support behind Patrice against that clear boy. And then if Patrice get in, the deal don't go through. You got, like you said, Lakeisha Savage name on there. That's not her real name. If she turn that heifer in or expose her, then Clifford got the club back. His family's still holding it. You did? The deal don't go through. He ain't got to worry about no promised land. And everything is everything. That is, of course, until all them gangsters show up and shoot up that club. That's what I would probably be thinking.
I think for the storyline and the show to continue to be a success, I don't see them walking away with no fives and tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah,
because,
the money is not gonna go through.
Yeah.
That's I
feel like they kind of already messed up the storyline with Autumn being owner of the club. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of killing it a little bit to me.
Yeah,
it's unrealistic. I don't like her. I don't like her being over Clifford.
I don't like it, but the thing is, sometimes for good writing, you have to write stuff in that's uncomfortable. And that's uncomfortable. Don't nobody want to see her having no ownership or having no say in nothing over Clifford. Nobody wants to see that. Absolutely nobody wants to see that. But what I'm thinking is, unless I done missed my guess, I feel like this about to be something. I think the way Clifford is swinging it, this is going to explain why the pink wasn't sold. I feel like that the vote is going to go in Patrice's favor. Patrice going to end up being the next ignorant Negro mayor. I feel like on top of that, not only is she going to end up being the next ignorant Negro mayor, I think that Haley is going to get outed. Either the police going to get her or she going to have to run away, and Clifford going to get their club right back. Now, I really believe that that's about how that thing finna go. Because they can't just say, okay, deal ain't go through, he kept the club. They got to write it in a way that it makes sense. I think Clifford is really up to something sinister. I think so. I think Clifford finna go ahead and show him he ain't playing. I'm just thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
Well, he gotta get even. You ain't just about to let him take it.
That's what his mama told him. That show what his mama told him, get even. Because you got to look at it, it's too many people trying to put knives in his back. Too many people. And when it's that many people, I mean, you can't have mercy on nobody. I wouldn't have mercy on Haley. Haley telling you to your face, I don't give a darn about your family, your legacy, no nothing. I ain't do nothing to really save you. I just did that because, need to put that money somewhere. And I'm going to sell your stuff off. And I don't care if it hurts you, if it hurts your grandmama. I don't care if it hurts your whole family. This is what I'm finna do to you. I would do her in too. As a matter of fact, I would probably do her right now. So that way everybody know off the rip, when you come running this way, this is my spot. But I guess everything for a reason. Cliff got to take his time. But now tell me this. What you think finna happen with Maine? You think Maine finna end up going back to jail? Or do you think that the people going to figure out Murder was the one that actually popped Pico?
I don't know. I don't think he's going back to jail, though. I mean, to me, I don't know. The character, to me, we don't really know enough about, you know what I'm saying? Him for me to even really care what he got going on.
But thinking that he's going to end up going back to jail, I mean, my mind is thinking that maybe jail is in his future because he's going to end up killing somebody. But is it going to be murder? I don't think they're going to kill off Lil Murder.
I mean, the thing is, anything is possible, right?
It's true.
So what happens is the main character on How to Get Away with Murder ended up, was it How to Get Away with Murder? Ended up, nobody could foresee that he was, well, it wasn't the main character because, of course, Viola Davis was. But the second to the main character ended up getting killed off the show really early in the show. I believe it was like the second or third season. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. And also, Mahershala Ali was saying that he don't think that it's wise for a working actor to play on the show longer than 3 seasons. That's how you get typecasted. You know what I'm saying? That's how people don't see you working with everything else. And I feel like out of all of the people on this show, the breakout star is going to be Little Murder. Even though I like Clifford, I like Mercedes, you know what I'm saying? But you could do a lot more with Murder.
It's true. Cheryl says she don't think nobody gonna know that Murder the one did it. I'm wondering, like, is it just gonna turn into my set against your set, or is it gonna turn into somebody actually saw Murder? That's the part I don't know. And how did you feel about Murder trying to lecture Wardy? I didn't like that. I ain't like the little preaching.
I don't think that you have to think about I don't think that it's preaching, but this is under my name. You get what I'm saying? Rappers and stuff say all the time how they entourage with them and they be doing stuff, and people ain't gonna be looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna be looking at it like Big Sean crew did this or one of Big Sean homeboys did this. It's gonna be Big Sean. That name is gonna be out there. So yeah, like you said, we need to be having a conversation about what's going on if we're gonna be together, because you just can't be taking stuff into your own hands and then stuff falling on me.
And then he turned around and actually pull a trigger. Really?
But they wasn't on tour. It had nothing to do with what it had nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's his personal life.
But you got to think about it. He wasn't on tour when Rome got that bad stuff either. When he got that fentanyl, the tour was over.
No, they was not. They were still on tour. They were still on tour.
Oh, they were still on tour?
Yeah. They were still on tour. He was still at the hotel. It was later on the night. Murder them went home the next day. Remember, Big Teak was upset and Big Teak was tripping or whatever, and they went back to the room. We didn't see Big Teak and LaMurda for the rest of the episode. Yeah. But Mississippi was crying and ran into their room that night and told them. And then they was partying. See, he had tried to do that to her, and then the party was later on that night. They were still on tour.
So that was supposed to be the same night. I thought that was a whole different night.
He had on the same outfit.
I'm going to have to go rewatch that. Did he? He was so much.
Rome did.
I didn't look at him directly. That might be my
Rome. He still had on the Versace.
That's what I'm talking about. Rome was always musky looking. Okay, makes sense. But still, yet somebody that gets high got high on the wrong stuff. How's that gonna fall back on you? You know what I'm saying? It was you can't be taking life and death in your hands. You not God. You not God. But you just went and pulled a trigger. You didn't say it could fall back on me. You ain't say they gonna say I did it. You said you're not God. Really, were you God when you popped Pico? You see what I'm saying? I'm just like that. I'm telling you, I don't really like LaMarcus. I really don't like LaMarcus. I don't like him when it comes to Cliff. I don't like how he moved, period. Even going to pop him for claiming that, you killed T. What was that for? You know he didn't, because you was there when it happened. You know what happened. I couldn't make no sense out of that one. I was like, what was that for? Just so you could look tough, or so you could get some closure to make yourself feel better? Like, what was that for? After you just gave this sermon about you not God. I'm like, all right, Reverend Murder. Good boy, you there? You on mute?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. But I couldn't get over Reverend Murder. You not God. And then roll up on somebody and you introduce yourself too. Like, you ain't even walk up, pop him, and keep moving. You walk up, give him a conversation, and then kill him. I don't know. I don't really know about that. Oh my God. Okay, so tell me this. Did you not die laughing when you seen Trees preaching in front of a ring light? I hollered. I was like, Patrice, not the ring light in a bright red suit.
Trees gonna make sure that she gets that money, baby.
She gonna get it. She gonna work.
And she playing her role too. She is playing her role. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's not a lot of emphasis on her, but she is a very good actress. She is playing that role. She is bodying that role.
She is. I was talking with Lita earlier, and she said basically said the same thing. She was like, when somebody play a role and they make you absolutely like despise them, that's a good actor. Like they embodied the role, and she does. She owns Pastor Woodbine. That fool up there preaching in front of a ring light, and then he gonna donate $10,000 talking about Brer Rabbit. He done learned a couple of scriptures, hand us some cash, and talking about she say she gonna think on it. And I'm sitting there like, Patrice ain't finna back out that race. Patrice finna take your money, and if you dumb enough, she gonna take some more, and she's still gonna go for that power play. I believe. I don't believe. I really don't believe Treese gonna back out. Mm-hmm. Treese something else. I don't think Treese finna back out, man. Lord. Not your twins, mama talking about 27
is not about to fumble that bag.
Yeah, 27 piece Patrice is not finna fumble the bag. Yeah, he talking about cash me outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I say, see there.
Cash me outside. I was trying to see how much money it was because I couldn't. From on my TV, I couldn't tell if each stack was 20. I know that whatever it was five stacks, but I couldn't tell if the stacks was 10,000 or 2,000.
Them look like $10,000 stacks.
Okay.
Them I can go back and relook, but them look like $10,000 stacks. Mm-hmm. And then telling her, talking about something, think about it. And basically letting her know I can pay you some more. So Corbin fell for whatever Clifford was selling. But I sure wish I knew what the hell Clifford was finna pull. Hammers, the Cheryl say that ring light and heavy makeup, she was making me start to sweat. Child, Treese say she could work in front of that light. She could do it. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. Baby brother got to go. I wish you didn't have to go. I love it when you come hang out.
Aww.
Me and you, us never part. My okay, go ahead and do your thing, baby. I'll call you later.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a nice night, royal family.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Night, boo.
Bye-bye.
Now, Cheryl, what you say? You tried to count them too. The first one said 5G. I don't know. I was looking. That's all I could say. I was looking hard. But I don't know, y'all. I feel like Corbin about to get played. This is not finna go the way he think it's finna go. And I don't know. And then the way they ended it with Lil Murder going in the booth with blood spatter still on his hand, dumb. And then the second of all, the fact that you in there rapping and stuff, let me find out you about to be dumb enough to put details to this murder in a song. He bet not do that. He bet not put the details to this murder in no song, y'all. If he put it in a song, that's it. Then you're going to end up on trial in season 3. Then we're going to have the whole thing going on with Clifford worried about you being in trial and paying for a lawyer. And then something going to have to happen to get you out of it at the last minute. Because something tells me this idiot is about to put it in a song. Because y'all saw the episode went off with him talking about something. Let the beat drop. I said, I'm done. Cheryl, I hope he don't do it either, but I believe it. Angel, what you want me to explain? She gave him $10,000. She screwed him and paid it. I don't understand. What you mean explain it? I don't understand. But yeah, she when it come down to it, Lil Murder giving me the feeling. He finna put this dumb crap in a song, and this finna be the storyline for season 3. Because he gonna put it out now. And they ain't gonna think nothing else of it, and everybody gonna move on. It's gonna be a fight, it's gonna blow up, and whatever the aftermath's gonna be after the big blow up, they gonna be thinking that's all until them people come end up arresting him off of what he put in a darn song. I'm telling you, it's gonna come back to bite him. If not season 3, maybe season 4, but we don't even know how long this show finna be on. But what I do know is I'm finna go too, because we done been on here for 2 hours talking about all this stuff. Hey, we done been on here for 2 hours talking about all this stuff, all these people, the real people, the ones in the show, and I am exhausted. But listen, I love y'all so much for hanging with me. I love y'all for watching this show with me. Because I be needing somebody to talk to about this. Because my baby won't watch it. She said she waiting on the end of the season so she could binge watch the whole thing because she don't want to be waiting week to week, and I don't blame her. Because y'all know they stressed me out with them 2-week breaks. Why do you need 2 weeks break in between an already scripted, already recorded show? But you know, that's just how they do. That's how they go. So you know I'm finna beg y'all to hit them 3 buttons. I need y'all to hit the like button if you didn't already, because it's free. I need y'all to hit the notification bell because it is also what? Free. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live on this good porch. And please, 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 oh, please subscribe if you have not already subscribed. If your subscribe button is red, turn it gray. Hit that subscribe button. It's free and it keeps me up in the algorithm because you know they be trying to hide your girl sometimes because I be telling stuff they don't want me to tell. But y'all go to bed, get some rest. We will talk tomorrow. The news is something else tomorrow. So I will be here with that good old FNN. And we're going to talk about all of it. After y'all get a good night's rest, remember to say your prayers. And as always, honey, hey, Vanity, we finna go home. God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing in the world you can do about it. And we will talk tomorrow. Bye, y'all.